to do everything possible to get the guys out. Yeah, boys, because what happens? These are strategic people who were being appointed in those positions, people who immensely contributed to President Bouakar's success in the ended election. So President Bouakar will do everything possible to get them being satisfied through the political, through the distribution of the political breakfast. So Patrick Honda, the Bank for Fana, the Margibi, and whoever that got appointed in the various tenure positions, President Bouakar will want to do everything possible to get them being pleased on how he goes about distributing the job. Because if this will appear to be, if he just sees it like a normal startup quo or something, where the Supreme Court had ruled against them in favor of the guys, so it appears as if President Bouakar don't have that strength, he doesn't have that understanding of governance, and that means the political advisors are ill-advising him. That means he will appear to be dumber in the face or the eyes of the Liberian people, meaning things he doing in his administration will appear to be like a fun before the Liberian people. So he will want to do everything possible to get his guys back to where he appointed them. So the guys at those very appointed position, if I was part of them, or if I have a connection with any of them, the best thing you can do is honorably resign the post. Instead of, because the next thing now will be a complete or a real dismissal or a suspension for time indefinite. Trust me, anything on the contrary, whether it is small, that which administratively the guys will tend to be very big. But there are things you will do that warranty your dismissal, a warranty your suspension, a warranty, just a warning. But any small mistake that will be done at the very, tenure positions that they were being appointed, the guys automatically will either suspend you for time indefinite, or they will directly dismiss you, and it becomes a stigma on you guys, political or in you guys' career, hustle for job.
Yeah, they find themselves between the rock and the high place. It is a tricky situation to find themselves in. If I were in their position, we just settle for a compromise.
Yeah, you resign.
Get them. No, when they resign, yeah, they can resign, but it will go with honorability. They will resign with honor, with reputation. Yeah. But again, they will be forfeiting. They will be forfeiting all benefits if they are dismissed unjustly. Again, they will go to court. They will go to court, and the court will rule in their favor again.
Who determines?
Two, if they reach a compromise, the government can put a proposal to the table, and if the proposal, in their opinion, is reasonable, they can settle for it and get their money and go. Like Representative Musa Billedid said, the government will be spending around 1.8 million United States dollars if they have that money. But honestly, you're right, they find themselves in a tricky situation. Mm-hmm. So the president conceded, what he said, what came from his office, saying that he welcomed the ruling of the Honorable Supreme Court of Liberia, and that he reaffirms his commitment to upholding the rule of law and will honor the ruling of the High Court, that he believes the strict adherence to the rule of law is fundamental to strengthening institutions and building a vibrant democracy. He went further to say that it aids at the core of his government arrest agenda that focuses on agriculture, roads, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. And he will point out that the ruling of the Supreme Court also sets a significant benchmark for administrative actions and the procedures leading thereto. Okay, so the president will concede. Okay, let's move on to the Ministry of Transport. Then we will close with the Nima County
election.
We're close with that. Senator Prince Johnson seemed to have conceded defeat. Does that bring his godfathership, like Drawa talked about it yesterday? Does Has it brought his godfathership to nothingness or what? So we're close with that. Let's move to the Ministry of Transport. They've started the inspection and it is gaining momentum. People are challenged. They are moving to get their vehicles registered as the Ministry of Transport will instruct in a period. So they've generated substantial amount so far. They generated substantial money so far. The Transport Ministry is jam-packed on a daily basis. But something is happening. And this is truly typical of Liberia. Whenever a situation like this is initiated, the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, yeah, the momentum, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, the momentum starts to
go low.
Yeah.
But the first, second, third, fourth days, they're always high because
Yeah.
everyone want to work with the impression that they want to please their bosses and they want to show the level of supremacy over the drivers and they want to show the power and strength they got, you know, making the drivers or car owners to understand that they got power too.
And then some will use that as an opportunity to exploit, to harass, to intimidate citizens. I am told that one of the former government officials experienced this today around the Broadway area. So we can speak now to one of the victims, Gabriel Mann, formerly of the Liberia National Fire Service. He served in that position as Deputy Director for Administration in the government of former President George Weah. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, Mr. Mann. What unfolded? It is my understanding that your vehicle was taken by Transport Ministry Inspector.
Thank you very much for having me online. Well, I think they're working as a team, but the vehicle was actually taken by the police people.
Now, why was the vehicle taken? You want to explain what happened, give your audience a graphic picture.
Yeah, actually, I was driving, going to town, and I met these police guys. The police guy pulled me over. He said, he said, what is your lesson? I said, I have it in my pocket. So he said, I want to see. I said, let me park off the road. Even though I crossed the checkpoint, then I went and found a place to park. I parked my car, and he came to me. I said, here's my lesson. He said, do you have insurance? I said, no, but I intend to buy my insurance tomorrow or Monday. Just in that time, a lady came in. She said she works for...
Are you there, Mr. Mann? We seem to be... Okay, yeah, continue, sir.
I'm here. An insurance company called Palm. So I said, what you want to do? She said, I can get insurance here. So I said, but give me a break. Insurance company is supposed to be selling their policy to me. And I don't just buy insurance because people pull my car off the road and you give me, and you take money from me and you say you giving me insurance. What do I stand to benefit? What would be the benefits for this insurance? You know? And he said, oh, you can pay $100 and we can give it for 6 months. And then after 6 months, you pay $100. I said, I don't have problem. But you know, we know that when people sell insurance, they sell the insurance with policy.
So did they take the car? Did they take your car away with your consent, or some kind of shenanigan unfolded?
I think my car was forced from me, Even though the police guy asked for the car, he said we were impound your car. So I asked him, I said, why? He said, because you don't have insurance. I said, all you got to do is to tell me to get my insurance and you don't have to pump my car. Can I have your key? Where's your car key? I said, my key is in the car. He said, let me have it. I said, no, let's talk. Make me to understand. Now there's this guy they call Eric. So I gave him my car key. When I gave him my car key, he locked my car. He went across the road and I followed him. The next thing I know, he left the scene. So I called one police friend and he came. First of all, he said, but I am not there, Gabriel. I'm going to be a factory. I said, but here's the situation. He said, let me talk to the police guy. So we called the police guy. He couldn't pick up his phone. So this guy came to me. He wanted to see the police guy. He didn't meet the police guy. He said, but Gabriel, I got to go back to my assignment. I said, fine. So the guy, later on, Eric came. I said, one of your colleagues was asking for you. So I think he wanted to intervene so that you can let me go and come back tomorrow. He said, no. So the police guy told him, my man, you need to help him, let him go and come back. The next thing he said, he's your brother. He said, what kind of brother? I thought he was a Masonic man. If he's not a Masonic man, then I'm not giving him this car. So I stood right there. All right. They want to carry my car to police or to Liberia-VOL station. I asked him, I said, okay, I got my personal things in the car. I got money, my gas lid. I got gas lid there, I got money there, and I got my scratch cards in the car. I need to put my things, and I got, I got a pepper spray, a can of pepper spray in the car. My power banks and some other stuff, personal things in the glove compartment. He gave the key to another police guard. He said, my chief said I should carry the key to...
Network.
Hello?
Yeah, you are on the air. We're listening to you.
I said, let me get my things out. I got personal things in the car. I got, what you call it? We call that attractive things. I got personal things in the car. Let me pull them off. The guys in my chief said I must carry the car. What I did, I wanted to know what kilometer he was driving my car from. I mean, the kilometer that was registered while he was taking my car. I did a video of the kilometer, and I said, you here, let me stay with me. Let's check my car so that we know the condition you carry my car. Let me get my stuff. He said, okay, come across the road. Now going to Douala, the car was parked to the right side. So he turned the car around, he went opposite, he went in front of the, the river side. And I thought he was going to park, walking in front of the guy, behind the guy, he's driving my car, and the guy pulled up with my car, with my stuff in the car. So I had to get in the car and took up, without money now, everything left in the car. I took a car to go, keke, to go to beer factory and ask my friend for transportation so that we chase those guys.
So where is your car? Where is your car presently?
My car is in Broadville. They carry my car, I got my money, I got my things in the car, and I hope nothing is missing.
Did you go at the depot to inquire or to get your things from the car?
I didn't go. I don't know where they carry the car. They said they're going to Broadville. I got only $100. How am I supposed to be running beyond people where I don't know where they carry my car? You see?
But you earlier said the guy said they were taking the car to the depot in Broadville. What kind of depot?
I don't know. They said they're going to Broadville. They carry my car to the station, Broadville station. $100 cannot carry me to Broadville station. $100 brought me from a beer factory.
But you live, Mr. Man, you live in Broadville. So you should, I'm not putting this on you as definitive response, but I think you should have an understanding of most of those depots in Breville.
Mr. Andrews, I know that, but I was not prepared to suffer myself that way. It was simple. It was simple for them to understand. So why must I run behind them?
Why didn't you why didn't you register your car all those times, sir?
My car is registered, but I didn't have insurance on the car. I didn't have insurance on the car, and I was contemplating doing that just before they came out with their inspection. I'm not working. I had to take time to raise money for insurance. Matter of fact, we pay insurance, and I bought my car lesson place and everything. After I spent more than 2 hours, the following day I put my car on the road. The car broke down on the road. Some other guys from City Parking, they call themselves, my car is broken on the road, and you say you want to tow my car.
So
because my car should not have broken down on the road. What's going on?
So all this happened with the police officers, were transport inspectors involved, or it was exclusively LMP officers?
LMP officers, even though some transport guys there, they were looking at us and looking at what the police guy is doing. Meanwhile, this guy is here, he's drinking what he wants to drink, eating, not paying attention to anybody, especially me who khaki has in here. I'm talking to, he doesn't want to listen. Can you imagine? I stood over the man over 10 minutes. The man looking at me, he's flipping his phone, sitting between women and other police ladies, hawking them, lecturing.
So what are you going to do now? You don't know the whereabout of your vehicle, and you have money and essential materials in it.
They better keep my stuff. They better keep my stuff safe.
What the currency? What the currency of money you have in your car? Liberty United States dollars?
I got $63 in the car, in the glove compartment, $30 gas coupon, and then $35 what you call that, scratch card. You know, I have it in the car there. So I just hope they get my thing there. My power bank is there. My pepper spray can is there with some other little things. And now I will not remember everything I have in the car now. Gotta keep a lot of things in the glove compartment.
So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do? The evening is gradually falling in. The dark will precede it. What are you going to do?
I cannot do anything. They got my car. I'm home. I'm speaking to you from my home. So I'm waiting tomorrow to see if I can be able to raise $100 or $200 and pay for the year or pay for 6 months and take it. But when I go to my car, I hope I will see what I need to see there. I called the police guy and I called him to tell him that I got my stuff in the car. I had to use other police people to get his number. You understand? And I called him. While I'm talking to him to remind him about my things in the car, he snapped the phone off my ears. Meanwhile, while he was doing that thing, I was videotaping him. You know?
Yes, sir. I'm listening, sir.
And I was able to get just a few clips on him. I mean, you can't be like that.
So, Gabriel, people will want to know as to all the things you have named that are on your vehicle. Upon retrieving your vehicle from this police officer and getting to the realization that some things are missing from your car, what will be your next action?
Well, my next action will be, even if it is little, I will sue them for such a misstep. In the first place, the guy who took my car key and gave it to the other guy to carry the car, he's telling me that, but the man should not have carried your car. He was supposed to allow you and him to do inventory of what you have in your car. He was supposed to tell you for you to do inventory. I said, but if you knew that, you should have told him. I'm not the one to tutor him or teach him what to do. And that was the best thing to do. You see? And then once we do inventory of what I have in my car, of course, I'm going to take scratch cards. I can put them in my pocket, put my little cash in my pocket. But those basic things that are car, we take note of them.
So how you want to describe his eye? How you want to describe the eye today?
It was barbaric, man, inhumane, unprofessional. You shouldn't have done that. Very unprofessional, robbery. Because you cannot tell me I'm going to park across the road, come, let's do the inventory. While I'm walking, you driving my car, I'm walking behind you. The next thing you cross the checkpoint, you start running with my car to Brovisto. Even though I told you I got things in the car.
So when you are running with your car, what ran to your mind? Is it that he wants to rob you, or he want to prove certain power to you, or what?
He did not want to rob me. He has robbed me already. He did not want to rob me. Because as a professional policeman, that's why he should have done, to let he and I search my car. By the way, why you want to seize my car? All you gotta do is issue me ticket.
So
Ticket,
earlier you said you communicated with him, but then he later on hung up the phone. But were you been able to ask him the direct location of your car at the moment?
Well, he hung up. So how would I be able to ask him? First of all, I was trying to tell him what happened and what I have in my car.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to listen. He
But
cut the phone off.
have you been
But what
hinted?
did I do?
Have you been
I
hinted?
called.
Have you been
Listen,
hinted
I
as to
called him.
which police station your car was being taken to?
He did not give me any hint. All I heard people bystander tell me they carry your car to Zone or Zone 6. So right away I called the chief of police.
Okay.
One gentleman they called Tano, a very nice guy.
Thank you.
That's Gabriel, a man who a victim of. Thank you so much for giving us the update. Okay, so let's try to put that in context as quickly as we can. Then we move on at 5 o'clock. The election in Nema County, and then we zoom out. So here is it. One, the inspection was announced far ahead. 1. 2, it puts everybody in a position to get ready. 3, the inspection has limitations. What that means is, in certain situations, you have to use your discretion. In every situation, the person who is implementing, given the circumstance, he or she can use his discretion. It is not normal in any situation to exert force, power, influence that will lead to psychological injury of a person simply because you have the power. 4, I do not want to believe that inspection, because even the guys were here, Lemio Cleme and Dunbar, they said they talk about impounding, right?
Yeah.
But they weren't clear about the impounding, but their emphasis was more on inspection of documents and roadworthiness of vehicles. So hearing that the vehicle was taken away, I don't, probably it is within their purview, but you have to use your discretion, especially when the person is speaking to you reasonably, when the person is making a reasonable appeal, then it all but makes sense that you listen. To exert more force, power, influence, authority, to the extent that you will use the iron fist method to take the person's vehicle and carry it, it's wrong. Well, that is Gabriel Mann's version. But I want to believe, because we've seen some of these odd things around. Carrying car, that normal thing. The people, they are so interested in that thing. They want to know. We have seen that thing many times. We've made interventions. We've talked to people that, oh, look, the lady is begging you. The lady has conceded defeat in the situation. She said, please allow her to move. She says she's going to do this. So all you can do is make sure that she goes to the authority and settle everything. Because you want the money. The essence of the government being outside with that initiative is
to generate revenue.
To generate revenue and not to inflict on its own citizen. So taking the man's vehicle, carrying it, you have inflicted psychological wounds. And you have unsettled him. You have created a number of problems. It is not within your right to take car and carry it. You want the money. So what did they generate by that action? Please tell me. What did they generate by taking the man's car from over there? You carry it. Now the man saying he has money in a car. He has two bank notes. Liberty, United States dollars, or other essential materials.
Two currencies.
And that is wrong. That is wrong. It is a stealing in itself. Because many days, police will take people's car and carry it. And the people can get their materials. When they go to the police station, the only thing they will just toss them to and fro, and then you get weak, you leave it. That's how most of these police officers, they get things around here, taking people things. Why will you take them? Even if you want to carry the car, the most rational thing to do of a police officer, Mr. Ma, please come and let's do an inventory of everything you have in the car. Those you think you can take, you take. Those you think can remain in the car, can remain, and you drive behind us or you sit in the car. The man went up for you, you police officer went up for you. In fact, no police officer should sit behind the wheel of a private vehicle to carry it. A police officer should escort the car. You tell the man, get in the car, and you drive behind the man. If that man is escaping, you put your emergency, you signal. My man, we're seeing the thing all around in different countries. Man, Liberia not extra. But why would a police officer sit in a private car and carry the car to the police station? My man, that is odd, man. We need to stop that thing in this country. We see it all over the place. We see police officers who kind of staying in front of car like he mercury, put his hand up. All kind of odd things.
Okay, so Sam, let me come in a bit. The police officers involved into carrying Gabriel mine car to the police station has implicated himself, and if there will be a further legal action taken by Gabriel, you will understand that the police officer will have to go to court, and he will have to go and justify why he have to take the guy or the man's car to the police station. In every rules, there are guidelines. And in every guidelines or in every rules, there will be...
He just sent me the videos. The recording, so you can look at it while you're talking.
Okay. So in every given situation, there should be a solution. So, police officer, you are the checkpoint. You are the supreme of the day that we want to consider you. You are implementing a rule of law. So if a person drove a car to the checkpoint and you have been instructed to ask the person or apply every rules, all you needed to have done was ask the man for his lesson. The man said he had a lesson in his pocket, according to him. Another one was, what is your insurance? He told you he don't have insurance. He's thinking of processing his insurance in a days to come. That alone, he has violated. So all you needed to have done was, since he had violated, he flying the car without insurance, and that against the policies of the transport ministry or the traffic rules, all you needed to have done was, sir, yes, you have violated the traffic law or you have violated the inspection law that gives you that gives the driver authority to fly the street. You should have all legitimate documents in relation to your driver license, your insurance, but you have violated. So the violation you have caused, it will lead to going to the police station or the tow truck towing your truck to Central or wherever destination will be designated for such violation. Then the driver or the person who owns the car will be able to appeal to you. If they appeal, and that for me, I don't want to say we'll accept people appealing for their car to be free after this pronouncement was being made by the transport ministry. So if the person violated, all you needed to have done now was, sir, yeah, we need to carry your car to the police station so as it can be parked there. You can complete all of your processes so your car can be given back to you. The next thing to have been done was, you sit in the front seat of the car, instruct the driver to drive the car directly to the nearest police station or to the designated point where various cars that will be found in violating the law will be parked. You drive straight there. Tell the man every essential thing he has on the car, let him take it from the car to the police station. Then you get down from the car, instruct him to lock the car, and you, the police officer, make sure the car is locked properly and is being parked to the police station. The driver go his way, you officer, you go your way. That means you know exactly that. There will be no intruder will have access to that car, or no other person will have access to that car unless the driver or the car owner gives the car key to anybody who he knows or he wants them to have access to the car. Because you will stay there and make sure the boot lock, make sure the 4 doors are locked, make sure all the things he has there, he either take them, or if you want to place them there, you lock the car doors and go your business. That means you have exempted yourself from getting into trouble. But anything other than that, like what Gabriel explained, that's one side of the story, right? But what he has explained, this is normal thing we always observing from police officers. They are always applying that authoritative force on drivers. They always applying that authoritative attitude. They want to make the driver to understand that they got the supreme power. In fact, when they say driver should do this immediately, the driver should obey. And the law does not call for that. You just there to give simple instruction. If the law says the man should not pass it at 2, and he comes there and pass at 2, you hold him, park him. The next thing will be, since you have violated the law, the penalty of the law is take your car, go to the nearest police station, and go to LRA, do the one, give the simple instruction, and be out of there. But the police people want to frame it, or they want to term it to be an instruction giving them that they are the only person you have to talk to, and if you don't talk to them, that means your problem cannot be solved. And that's not an issue. Police, if you park the people's car, they go to the best suited insurance company, they insure their car, you get nothing to do there. Police officer all you need to do if the car is not insured, park the car, make sure they go to the insurance company. All they need to do is to bring their receipt or their lesson for whatever ministry or agency they will be directed to, or that will instruct that they should bring such document. Once they bring it and show it to you, your owner issue finish from there. But the police people want to tell me to be the guy power. They will park your car. The guy power that even the ground you're walking on, saying they have parked your car. In fact, you as an individual too, if you don't want to cooperate, they will want to hang on you. They will want to impose things on you. They will want to do it as if once your car has been parked, you're in trouble too. And these things are not covered. That's simple instruction. Go to the checkpoint. Ask the man for his lesson. If he doesn't have a lesson, park him until he can get a lesson. And where you have to park him is to the police station. Get on the car, driver, let's go to the police station, park the car there until you bring a lesson. When you bring a lesson, we get your car back. That's all you need to do. You don't have anything to do with what are the person got, what kind of lesson he has, what kind of lesson he has. But in as much transport ministry has value, that lesson or that receipt or whatever document the driver has for his car, that means you, police officer, you have to comply. You have to accept that this person has passed through the regular or recruit processes to have the legitimacy to fly the street at any hour, at any time with his vehicle. But anything other than that, you get somebody's car to drive it. Why, if you are driving the main car and when you have accident or somebody hit your car and scrape it, the man say he doesn't want the car anymore. You put yourself for nothing trouble, for nothing problem. So I don't see it necessary. I don't see it being very professional as a police officer, considering police officer be a professional person. You get on somebody's car, let's agree you are parked the person's car, or you are opted to park the car. You get on the car, tell the driver to drive his car. Sit on the car. Get the man, escort the man. Park the car. But anything other than that,
the police officer should not even sit in the car of the person. That's why you should have everything. It is only in Liberia drive we see that. In other countries, you drive. Either you drive behind the police vehicle or the police vehicle drive behind you straight to the station. Because there, it doesn't end there. No. You're going to go through.
You go to the police station.
You're going to answer one or two questions from there,
and
then
to the
they will know what to do.
Area,
whether your car will go back or it will be impounded, and what you need to take from the car, and all of those things. So that is exactly what you do. But you got in the person's car, or you get in a car. What you know the condition of the car. Why you get in a car? You know whether the car in good condition, whether they brake good or in a good. Whether you move running with the person's car and you just run into something, or you run into people, and that what is it? You see where these police officers they don't use common sense. They think that they're in blue, so they know it all with the flag on it. You in other countries, the people use their discretion. They don't hear. It's not the authority that you have that you misuse. It's the discretion that you use in your job. Let's take a few calls on this and the previous one we discussed, and then we move on. 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907. But the Ministry of Transport is doing well. They're doing extremely well. They're generating 0770-907-907. It is the police that try to complicate everything. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make my little contribution on just why you guys get discussing. The police officer in the first place, he was not right to sit behind the man wheel to drive the car in the absence of the man. That's one. Number two, you don't force the man on a particular insurance company. You got various insurance companies in Liberia. The man has to choose which insurance company he wants to register with, or he wants to insure a car with. So you don't just get up and force a particular company, whether the policy of the company in the favor of the man or against the man, he forces him to insure a car. It doesn't work that way in other countries. We're not really see those things happening as you guys just read the opinion. You know. So this is Liberia too. So and I have the system then working. So I don't think they're doing the right thing. They just try to be very professional in what they are doing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my contribution.
Hello. You are on the air. Hello? 0770-907-907. Hello? You are on, sir. You are on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
This is Mr. White calling you from 17th Street.
Let's hear you.
The attitude of our law enforcement officer, the issue on the discussion, is like maybe you owing somebody or somebody come to you for money that you owing, and then you just say, yeah, after talking with the person, you say, "Look, please get outside, let me lock my door, going to work." Then the person say, "No, I'll remain in your house," you lock it up. So you are the idea or sitting or somebody in a vehicle, you carrying it, that you want a person or a person that your child, and then refuse any order, you want to punish a person. It different from what they were told to do. So they put themselves in problem with people. They similar to the citizens that some of them they are not free. They don't show even any respect to the people that they are serving. So he got to go now to the man who car he carry to compromise with him. If not, the man will take legal action against him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah. Good evening.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Kelson Elta calling from station number 6. Yeah, my brother, thank you for the topic. And I follow the guy who are on the line, Mr. Gabriel. You see, within the police, we have so many police aides that people that just get in the street, they running after their own benefit within the name of proceed. They are not professional people. We get so many people so that they can say, oh, I'm from the academy. Yes, I agree, from the academy. But the thing within the security sector or infantry is important. Some of those guys that are assigned to some places to the favorite duty, and sometimes when they go on duty, they can just go and sit down. They can do the infantry. So the one guy news to the guy, that guy today, and walk away with that man car. And the man was appealing to him, oh, my brother, can I have a common ground? Let me explain one or two things to you. But I have the ears to listen to the man.
Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine. You?
If I can calling you from Kayayo. I'm really the reasons of putting license plate on the car. Because the police will look at the license plate on the car, they will not take the license plate. If the driver wrong to do any act on the street, they will join and stand before the car. If it is right.
Thank you.
And also, the policemen who arrested the car is really out there unprofessional. If you are getting a man car to carry anywhere, thank you there.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes? Your name or where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Chogon Zin. I do join you from District 1 Grand Bassa County.
Let's hear you from Grand Bassa. Shogun.
Yeah, thank you to you and Joa for the first segment, the topic. But my attention has been tuned to the first two talking points. The one that has to do with, even though we still watching up what the government will do, but I see possible that the government will uphold the freedom, the press freedom that we witnessed under President Georgia, because the president himself said this is no longer time. Just go at the days website free on radio and go. They used to install and go free. So he will not hold that. Number two, that issue that has to do with President Boga upholding Supreme Court's ruling, that is not news. He should do it because it's mandatory. That is the Supreme Court. And in fact, he has nothing else to do but to just about what the Supreme Court will say. So that's it. It's not news.
Thank you, Chokon. Have a nice day in Grand Bassa. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm okay. This is Brown Kev. I call you from District 15. Specifically located.
Let's hear you, Brown.
Okay, let me say that for the fact that we are now heard the other side of the story, but it's important that we stick to what we gather. I believe those guys who are in the traffic or in the street right now that is doing impression, I believe they might have sat in so many seminar or training, and I give them clear picture of what they need to do in the field. So if what the federal says, anything to go by, then definitely that guy is wrong. And if it is true that this guy has been given a lot of training how to execute his duty that he on, and leaving it doing what he did today that we are hearing, then unfortunately, I believe that it is unfortunate, and he also actually did not have to serve in such capacity. So that's my concern.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Yes, you're talking Victor from Cinco.
Let's hear you, Victor.
The inspection itself, I think the people got to it is true that government mainly they do that to generate revenue for the government. But equally so they are dealing with citizens who put in there. If my brother, if you go to the road transport ministry to register your vehicle, it will take months plus. They will be brave to tell you say no current in the system. So you want to tell me that big entity, the people don't have generator, they only depending on LEC. giving an excuse.
You been at the Ministry of Transport before?
Yes, yes.
When last you were at the Ministry of Transport?
Even as I speak to you, if I work there,
I said, when were you there? When were you there at the Ministry of Transport?
I've not worked there, but I can carry my car document there. Even as I speak to you, my document is still there. They
So
said,
all the time you went there, you did not see current in the building?
that's an excuse. The people, I'm not saying I work there. I said if you carry your document there, I've been carrying my document there. These are some of the excuses they will give me.
But you say no current. You say
That what
oh,
that
what they can tell you no current. So
yes,
that would
no
delay
current.
the processing of your document.
Okay, because no current in the building. So
Okay.
if they're putting people outside carry on inspection, they have to be moderate with the people.
Okay, thank you. So let's take the one. Then we'll move to Senator McGill. He's currently having a news conference. Hello.
Yeah, my name is Samuel Jokram, Logita.
Let's hear you.
I'm a driver. Similar thing happened to me yesterday to MTA. I work for Shiri Krishna Formosa. I'm a driver.
They took your car. Police took your car.
No, they take car for me. When I got there, they asked me for my license. I presented document and insurance. I presented it. But the lady who asked me for routine now, she just go far to it. She say, as far as concerned, I can honor the insurance document yet. But all the cars are even the sticker there. The car is a company car.
That,
they put the car inside.
The transport inspector or police?
Police woman, she was lady. Put the car inside. They were put the car inside. The car everything about it is okay. So you need to check before you tell me if I can do it. I take care of the car inside. And my child insisted, I said I will not carry inside a party. I have one lady who went with the insurance company she came. And went through it, but if you insure with us, can you get a document and go? You still refuse to tell that if you don't do so, I'm going to call the owner of the company. Every time you wait there, you will pay. Before that fear was all getting and she gave my document back to me. So what I brother say that just what the police doing, using their own power.
Okay, Chief.
People right.
Thank you for sharing your experience. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from.
My name is Ambassador Louis F. Johnson, and I join you from District 2, Mosoro County. I want to appreciate you for the discussion. I want to start with the issue of the ruling from the Supreme Court. And my own views is that I think the government is irresponsible and a government that is actually in good faith when it comes to the rule of law, because in that platform to adhere to the rule of law, I think in other parts of Africa, some government, they will not respond to whatever will come from the ruling against them. But to see a government to be able to coincide with it and at least accept the result, it means our country is going forward. So the issue of the police, in our country is becoming a state now that you will not imagine is always under unfortunate conditions every day as you leave your house. How will a man who should be doing a public job to serve the public, he is also going again? These are the normality always happening everywhere you go. You find police people taking action against citizens just because they feel that they have uniform. So I think that will set a deterrence if that man can be prosecuted, and then they will serve as a deterrent that they will stop doing things against the citizens, because you're working for us. Now you to say you do what will go against other citizens. So I want to appreciate you for the discussion, and I think it's alarming that police officers need to know their duties and responsibilities as officers.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. All right. You spice up the part of the show. We appreciate it. So before we go, let's take excerpt from Senator Nathaniel McGill press conference. He's currently taking questions. He's addressing a couple of major issues.
And lastly, let me say again, we are looking, look, there were pressure explanation on the war crime code issue. I want to say about 12 the president received the document. And today the 25th. So almost gone 2 weeks now. 2 weeks now. So we're looking up for the president to take decisive action. We didn't do the thing just because we wanted to make a political statement. We took it because we needed truly. And this thing needs to happen. So if the president, if there's no action taken until we return, and then we will call the press, then we'll know what kind of next action we'll take to make sure the president I will be in line of the responsibility.
Okay, so that's the war crimes code. He is saying that the president must act decisively. If he can, then they will call the press to state their position. But you know, throughout these war crimes code, the atmosphere, it went down for a while. Just today I was thinking, what's happening? the
war
force keep moving first.
Yeah, the war crime code will how you call it? It was so much short again. What happened is
it was all recess.
Yeah, I told you, right? The whole thing is subsided because of the election in Nimba County. Trust me. In few days from now, you will see the war crime code issue again will rise up again.
Yeah. Okay, so Representative Musa Bilete is serious with this. He wants the legislature audited. Before him, Senator Amara Conan will give his critique of the legislature from a governance perspective, that if Liberia should set precedents, if Liberia should show a difference, the legislature cannot corner itself and yet lambast other people. Transparency and accountability must start from there. Mm-hmm. And the speaker will join that debate. They were at Central Anti-Corruption Dialogue, and they will give their critique of the legislature too. Representative Musa Bilete, this is what he said on his Facebook page, which is official. He said the legislature budget was slashed by almost 20 million with zero impact on any line item. I mean, then he went further to say, do the math. The audit of this August body is a must, that the legislature should be audited. You know, they have always shielded themselves against any audit or from any audit from 1847 to 2024. The legislature always shielded itself, always protected itself from being audited, but yet it will call for the audit of government, other government institutions, and it is part of the government. Didn't I tell you, Dra, that this whole thing about audit, when the president said that they was going to conduct an audit of the past government and he's going to bring in a foreign firm, was a farce in Liberia-VOL, because the people who should start, who should initiate the audit, they themselves have a problem. They're not clean too. So, because this is where it all starts. They're not clean. Yeah, they critiquing themselves. Bilete said, yes, why we can be audited? Americans said we should be audited. The speaker, he's not definitive. He's in between. He's between yes and no.
Is he decisive?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mr. Neutral.
Is he decisive?
Yeah. You'll not get nothing happening in this country, Dra, when the legislature will always shield itself against any audit. Once you're not open to being transparent, why you're hiding a number of things. So what's the moral ground you have to critique the other people or to criticize them? You don't have any moral ground.
And some of these things will only appear to be they want to create the atmosphere to draw the attention of the public. Trust me, Mayu, part of these senators will make the statement openly, but deep down they are not willing to be all of that. Trust me, Sam, they will make the kind of statements because they want the public attention. They want for people to hear them. They want to appear to be the most clean senator in the House. They want to appear to be they are insane. They want to appear as if the clandestine deals that their friends are part of, they are not part of it. And when you go look, they are all the same. So for me, I don't take those kind of statement too much serious because they are all the same. The same way, you know, an agreement will come. They will go signing an agreement between company and government, you know, without the involvement of the common people, without understanding the benefit, the corporate benefit for the people. The Jacob was signing, they are all the same. So somebody working on say, it is true, it's good. But they know say it can be possible. They know it will not work. That's why some of them will just wake up because they want to draw the attention of the public. You know, they want the public attention to be on them. So they just make any kind of statement they want to make same. So at times I don't just take, you know, the kind of statement into consideration.
But they have to be audited, whether they like it or not. And it's good that these senators are raising their voices on it. If it didn't happen in the past, it doesn't say that it will not happen in the present. The previous or past legislatures will not give in to audit based on the situation then and individual lawmakers' perspective. I don't think that it was discussed as the way these senators and representatives are discussing. It wasn't open in the past. No. As far as my recollection can serve me, it wasn't open. That means we did not hear, read, watch, listen to individual senators and representatives talking about the House being audited with the frequency that these guys today are discussing it. So I may not be 100% sure like you, Joa, but I have this impression that it will happen. It may not be this year, it may not be 2024, but it will happen before the close of this administration. There is a need for the House to be audited. You can be chastising, you summoning people from the executive, and then...
No, but I don't know. Yeah, okay, I understand, right? The House, from what basis you audit the House? This is how it works. I'm sensing that if you say legislature to be audited, that means the various committees at the legislature, the heads who receive budget, they want to be audited, because what happens is that the representative by himself don't have a regular deal with anybody. The deal they got there is to for representation, for I call it their functions, man, lawmaking and oversight, right?
They are not generating revenue entity,
Yes.
but they are spending entity.
They are spending
receive
entity.
government money.
So
they
they-
appropriate the budget.
Yeah,
They
this is what I'm saying now.
They allocate unto themselves what they need to run the legislature. It's taxpayers' money. The same way they argue, some of the legislators and representatives will argue that, oh yes, it was necessary when the president said NSA, NSA should be audited.
Yes,
They
that's
argue-
proof, right?
The argument was that NSA wasn't a generating or revenue generating entity, but a spending entity, because they were receiving government money. They were receiving taxpayer money, so they needed to give account. The same thing with the legislature. The legislature is not a revenue generating entity of government. It's a separate and distinct branch of government, but they are being paid by taxpayers' money. Every money they receive comes from taxpayers. Therefore, they have to give account.
It should be accounted. But what happened? What I'm saying, I'm not contradicting or deviating from the conversation, right? Same. I'm saying my logic here is the legislature can be audited, but not all of them will be audited. This is my stand. You have various committees at the House of Representatives or the House of Senate. Those committees are responsible because they receive budget, and the entire legislature receive budget, and the budget received by the legislature can be disbursed through the finance ministry or whatever. But then here is it, Sam. If the committee on maybe youth and sport receive maybe 20,000 for their committee to work on one or two stuff to get the national candidates meet going, they will have to account maybe on how the 20,000 was being spent. But now here is it. Now all of the lawmakers are on committee. Some are there, they are not on committee. So when you're saying lawmakers too should be audited, you also got to.
I'm saying the legislature, the house.
But they are legislator.
The legislature.
Yeah, I'm understanding, Sam. I'm understanding. But I'm saying
Senator
not all of
Corner
them.
and the rest of the guys, they're not saying it for individual senators.
I said, man, you're making a statement because they want public attention. That must have been them way, yeah. They just say anything because they want public attention. You see, they say it because they want public attention.
So you don't trust his statement.
All of these statements they are making, what you call that vla. He said, right? That vla. They will make these statements, but they would not, want to adhere to it. They will not push it to the letter that everyone will adhere to or accept the fact that they should be audited. They just making this statement because they are new in government. They just coming so they want the attention of the Liberian people. Like how earlier Dillon brought the attention of the people that he came in. He wanted to be, the best senator. So he was just making some statements that seems to be very far from reality. Some impossible statements. And Liberian, we are good at going for the impossible. Once somebody call that it is impossible, we see it being possible. We say we can go there. That's the kind of way we feel we can draw the attention of the Liberian people. So any legislator who will wake up and just say, tomorrow we will impeach President Bouaka, you will see the Liberian people healing all along because they feel that the president has said the best, in Liberia, and that's which. And that is impossible. You don't just wake up and say, well, impeach President Bouaka. You saw Representative Yeke then they came, in recent time they said they want to impeach President Bouaka. It took the whole nation. Who tell you it's just easily possible to impeach president? So some of these statements, when they are making it, we just listen to them, pop at them. They are the cause, in fact, they conjure just like this.
Okay.
So we don't take everything from them too seriously.
Let's move to what will take us home, the elections in Grand-Jide and Nimba County, representative and senatorial election. A couple of minutes ago, the National Elections Commission will release the second batch of results. Excerpt from it, and then we discuss and get out.
Constituting 100%.
That'll make it a lot lower.
PUP, votes obtained, 1,371, constituting 13.30%. Bole Wachen Ophelia, LTP, votes obtained, 137, constituting 100 and, I'll do that again. Bole Wachen Ophelia, LTP, votes obtained, 137, constituting 1.33%. Charavidan Hamel V. UP, votes obtained, 389, constituting 3.77%. Clark Justice Randall, NLP, votes obtained, 219, constituting 2.12%. Cooper II, Cyrus S. Votes obtained, 424, constituting 4.11%. Dover Elijah Koniyon Alsop, votes obtained, 476, constituting 4.62%. Dugle Ansu NDP, votes obtained, 1,183, constituting 11.48%. Baba Nathaniel Chien, RNC, votes obtained, 617, constituting 5.99%. Bouillon Moniayon Jerry, DNA, votes obtained, 443, constituting 4.30%. Johnson Gabriel Papi, LPP, Votes obtained, 433, constituting 4.20%. Johnson Jr., Roosevelt, Lionel, votes obtained, 100, constituting 0.97%. Canon Isaac Nyeneyon, LRP, votes obtained, 452, constituting 4.39%. Huiye Jesia M, EFFL, votes obtained 138, constituting 1.34%. Sokan Senior, Jeremiah Gawo, Independent, votes obtained 3,168, constituting 30.74%. And William Sampson B, ALL, votes obtained 757, constituting 7.34%. Total valid votes, 10,307, constituting 100%. Total invalid votes, 229. Total votes, 10,536. This concludes the results from the by-elections in Grand Juliet County Electoral District number 1. Nimba County by-election, that's for Senator, 706 polling places of a total of 736 polling places, constituting 95.92%. Candidates, Groupie Thomas S, RNC, votes obtained, 3,545, constituting 3.26%. Koga Samuel Gongwen, PUP, votes obtained, 37,557, constituting 34.51%. Select for Armstrong Bobek, Lionel, votes obtained, 1,215, constituting 1.12%. And Wyatt Jr. Nya D. UP, votes obtained, 66,516, constituting 61.12%. Total valid votes, 108,833, constituting 100%. Total invalid votes, 2,054. Total votes, 110,887. This concludes the reading of the results of the by-election in Nimba at the point of
The chairman of the National Elections Commission, Barry Etterbrown Lasana, with the results from the papers sent in all the totality, sent in today. Okay. So it seems Senator Johnson is not going Senator Johnson way. That's what it seems. You ahead of the National Elections Commission formal results, you can tell that Yantuan is the next senator. I can see what Senator Prince Johnson will earlier today move to congratulate him.
Yeah, okay. So, many of our leaders will want to, at times, show up this level of connection with their fellow leader, symbolizing that level of connection, symbolizing that level of brotherhood, and that level of working together. But here is it, like you said, for no indication, just from the report by the NEC on today, that indicates that Jan Doyen of the Unity Party stands a better chance of winning the election. Mind you, it has not reached the 100%, but people preliminarily can collect their tally.
What again? The woman said 706 polling places.
No,
Reported from
700
736. 736, 706 reported. So you got 36 to go or less than 36. The mayor is in 65,000 plus so from the remaining centers.
The thing
What
here,
again,
no, the thing here is we don't have the authority to announce a winner.
No, but you can.
But I'm
can
saying here-
deduce. It's as simple from 736 and 706 reported. How many centers remain? Not many again. And look at over the dates. Look at Yantuan continue to claim the latter far ahead of
that's
Samuel
true.
Koga.
And that's true, but then BSMA, they reported 95.92% today of the election coverage in Nimba County. And Yang, who is the Unity Party candidate, obtained 66,516. So in every election, when the number is being called, you see that people who are connected to that candidate who is in the league can sometimes be celebrating and some can still be jacking because they want to get the funders from out of the NEC or the radio. But here is it too. Elections on a daily basis are getting more sensitive in collecting data. So the supporters of Yang, I'm quite sure that they have collected all of the data ahead of the NEC because NEC is always behind. But their result is valid and their result is highly accepted. So at time when people giving their own preliminary results, we will accept it, we hear it, but we can sometimes be listening and waiting for the NEC. But here is it. Yang getting 66,516 votes. That means Yang is in a better position to win the senatorial seat, the bad election in Nimba County. But Yang going to go for 6 years. So here is it. People have started questioning Prince Johnson golf fellowship now in Nimba County. You see how we are looking? The man been over there for 18 good years now. And the man is going for his 27 years, right? I think something like that, Sam. The man is being declared as the godfather in Nimba County. But the man earlier raised the hands of Samuel Koka of the People's Unification Party, PUP, and Samuel Koka has lost the election, or seems to be losing the election. People have started questioning the governorship of Prince Johnson in Nimba County. So now, if Nimbadians or people who supported Yang will be questioning Prince Johnson governorship in Nimba County, that means they are trying to put Yang in a situation that Yang will not be able to handle. If I say this is the reason why I'm saying this. Yang got 6 years to operate or to work as a senator in Nimba. It's not easily possible in 6 year time as a senator to work and cover the entire Nimba County. It's not easily possible, but it's possible. Senator Prince Johnson, the people had hailed him for just being what he is. What a development, wow, Prince Johnson had worked earlier on for the glory today he's claiming. So you got people reserved in Nimba County who hold Prince Johnson of that mutual respect. So what are Prince Carey School, Prince Bill School, Prince Bill Church, Prince Bill Hospital, the people just there, they got that mindset that Prince is just their leader. So if people start questioning the God fellowship of Prince Johnson, that means they are thinking in the direction of Yang. And if they are even thinking in the direction of Yang, they are getting it very wrong. Because Yang is little knowing in the Liberian politics. Who is considering to be the winner of this by-election, got 6 years to go. You have had Jeremiah Kwankun. Jeremiah Kun has operated in Nima from representative to senator, from senator now a vice president. So if you want to consider somebody next to Prince, or if you want to turn down the godfathership of Prince Johnson, I think the next person you should be supporting or should be thinking about should be Prince Johnson, should be Jeremiah Kuhn, vice president. But if you want to hail Young of winning the election because Prince Johnson left the hands of Samuel Coker and Coker didn't win the election, you'll also be getting it wrong and putting Young in a situation where Young will find it difficult. That means Prince will not be willing to adequately work with Young because he sees that people will support Young, people will embrace Young leadership in Nimba over his leadership that he had worked for over the past 18 years. So if that's the case, Prince will not want to work with Young. Trust me, they will have that friendship, that more friendship, that lip something they will talk it outside. But deep down, Prince will not want to work with Young because he feels that Young will override his name in Nimba County. And Prince, not only Prince, right? Anybody who want to do that. Somewhere you have worked for, even your father, you have had your home and running for more than 10 years. Then you got a boyfriend who just entered the home and wanting to take over and claim all of the glory that all your children will just start praising. Who does that? Who supports that? No one will want to support that. So Prince wouldn't want to support that.
So you believe him when he said, "Welcome on board, my son.
Okay.
The task ahead is significant. Nimba has elected you to join me as the Senate operational senator. Given your respectful and organized nature, I believe that together we can enhance Nimba's progress. I urge everyone to refrain from spreading tribal messages as they have the propensity to derail our progress as a county by diverting our focus. Let's prioritize peace, love, and unity in Nimba and throughout Liberia. I pledge my full support in working with our new senator. Together, success is sure."
Okay, so in that reading, you saw something they say, "Welcome for my son," right? I told you, all these things will be framed in the public as if they are together. But deep down, you'll see that Prince will not be happy with the leadership of Young. Earlier, you heard Prince about Young. Prince said he can't support Young because if he supports Young, Young will go on the contrary. Young will support the war and economic crime code, and that will hinder him too as well. Earlier, you heard that he can't support Young because if he supports Young, meaning he's making the Unity Party overpowerful at the legislature, that means the Unity Party will not adhere to him because they feel that they got somebody different in Nimba they will want to work with other than him. So he wouldn't want to work with Young because he feels that the Unity Party has gained Nimba County. That means his party will not have that relevance in 2029, even if he will want to contest or whether he will be exonerated from the World and Economic Crime Code or the World Crime Code. Even if it is not established or whatever, he might have his will to come back in 2029. But if he's coming back, he wouldn't want anyone giving him a hard time. Because all he will want in 2029 will be, I have worked over the years, and let no one come to embarrass me as a senator. I just want to serve the, and perhaps 2029 will be the retirement stage of Prince Johnson in politics. That's the record Prince wants to set. Prince Johnson wants to set a benchmark of the legislature where none of his colleagues or peers will easily reach. That's the kind of record Prince wants to set. So if you put Young there right now, Young in 2029, Young will also want to contest. Not also, but Young will be contesting. And remember, it will be the election of Prince Johnson too as well. So Young will be contesting in 2029. It will be the election of Prince Johnson. So since Young will be a fresh lawmaker, you will see people hailing Young, going the way of Young, considering that he had not been given the number of years Prince has worked at the legislature, to do the required development for the people. So you'll see more people putting for Young. That's the fear of Prince Johnson for 2029. Because Young will be contesting against him. Nobody will want to go as a senator for 6 years. Then he tells me that when election comes, the person will not contest. It's not easily possible. So that was the fear of Prince Johnson, and Prince would not easily work with Young. I'm saying this clear. Prince will see him, shake hands, they will take pictures, they laugh, but deep down, Prince will not work with Young. Trust me.
They in the same room.
They are in the same room. Prince got all put in the same room he been working with, but he had now been opening up to them. Prince supported George Weah, but later he left behind George Weah.
Yeah, I mean, they in the same room at the Senate. Yan Twan is already senator now. Given what the picture you have painted of Senator Johnson will not show the kind of readiness to work with him, and they will be residing or living under the same roof. The atmosphere going to be unbearable, but he will be forced to.
No, the thing here is, legislatively, they all will talk, they will push bills, and they will do one or two stuff, right? When we talk about working with somebody, two legislators working together, that means when they go back in the county, there are some things in the county, the leadership of the county, this is where you see it being very difficult for some leaders to survive. The leadership of the county, when they are being controlled by a particular lawmaker, you see it very difficult for another lawmaker to survive easily in that county, especially the rural part of Liberia. Prince has a direct control on the local leaders, that I must admit. Prince has a direct control over the local leaders. So, in that light, you will see Prince will intimidate those local leaders, programs or activities of Yan. You wouldn't see them going there adequately or appropriately to support Yan. You will see them, they will always be sending either the assistant or the secretary to Yan program. You will see them sending in, they will always be sending in an excuses because they don't want to be identified with Yan. And you understand? This is how the county can go against the leadership of a person. So, since Prince got control over the county leadership, Prince got control over bulk of the young people, you wouldn't see them going the way of Yan. And trust me, when it happens like that, and end up in an election in 2029, Yan will find himself out of the legislature. Because Yan will contest against Prince Johnson in 2029. And this is something Prince has seen very far. And Prince knows that if this happens, Yan will not be, anybody to be taken lightly in the 2029 election. Trust me, Yan will be a force against Prince, like he did in 2023. That's one of the fears of Prince Johnson. Yan was the serious force against Prince in the 2023 election. So 2029 election again will give another force to Yan. So that's what Prince is fearing. And if it ends there like this, I'm scared that 2029 will be another ball game. It will be very serious. It will be tough on Prince Johnson. But be as it may, this is Liberia. Who knows? Thomas, the Thomas Gopi. Thomas Gopi is a former legislator, right? Thomas Armstrong, they are all, though it is their right, but they are all, people who supporters the mission of Prince Johnson. I must say this. The vote accumulated by Thomas and Armstrong, analytically, when you look at it, these votes were to go for Samuel Coker. That means the people who went for Thomas and Armstrong, previously they had rejected the senatorial bid of Yan in the 2023 election, meaning they never wanted Yan to become senator in Nimba County. I hope you're getting the point to Sam. The two people, Thomas and Armstrong, the people who supported them, never wanted for Yan to be senator for Nimba County. This is the reason why this time they did not go Yan way, but they went the way of Thomas Gopi and Armstrong. So if it were just been Yan and Coker, then the voters who voted for Thomas and Armstrong would have gone the way of Samuel Coker. That means the election would have been very tough, and no one could determine at this stage as to who have won the election. So let's take a call, maybe and zoom it out.
So before we get to you to share your opinion on this, Senator Amarakone is uncomfortable with what is happening in Gbakwolu County. In his opinion, this is a syndicate corruption. hear what he just sent out. The Liberian economy grew by approximately 4% in 2023, driven largely by growth in mining and construction on the supply side and increased infrastructure spending on the demand side. IMF, the International Monetary Fund, in parentheses, he went further. Our country, our county, Gbakpolu, is a mineral rich, but its resources are being mortgaged to one Chinese national, Mr. Gao Feng, spelled F-E-N-G, Feng, a.k.a. Barry, also commonly referred to as the Minister of Mines and Energy, who is allegedly using Liberian proxies to operate his illicit empire in Gbakpolu County, specifically in Belayala, Herringtown, Meninkola, and parts of Bama District, using at least 20 excavators and 12 washing plants for gold and diamonds, destroying the environment, polluting water sources, and probably evading taxes. Gbakpolu did not benefit from the reported growth in mining. So he and Senator Boto Kane will prevail on their colleagues to launch an immediate investigation, they said, into these allegations. Well, that's what you get. 0770907907 when you turn the country over to foreigners. 0770907907. Let's have your say the next few minutes on the analysis provided from the representative and senatorial by elections. Hello?
Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, sir.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you concerning the issue of Nema County that you just called right now. You know, I applaud you for what you just said concerning that. But one thing I want to get here straight concerning Prince Johnson and that of Nya Twain. Prince Johnson raising on a Rosenkoga, hence that does not mean that he is the people's choice. No. Yes, I do believe that the Nehemiah has decided that Honorable Johnson is a leader, but that does not mean he had the power over the people of Nema County making that decision in the private room. Thank you so much, sir.
0770-907-907, 0770-907-907. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you called from?
All right, this is Aloysius Zinamomo. I call you from Keba. So, you know, these things, what we fought for, we are actually arrived to it. It sounds strange. In Gbapuru, some of the things that are happening is we depend on the leadership to take initiative for our local people that are over there. The local people, they don't have the say.
Okay,
Chief. The people that are in power, they are to advocate to the people at the high authority to see how better they can stop some of those, you know, illegal mining activities in the country.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? You are on the air, Chief. 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907. Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, your name and where you called from?
Yeah, my name is Wilfred Tayo. I'm calling from Senator Bell.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Okay, the issue of Senator Johnson in Nema County, he level inconsistencies is broad being when it comes to the politics in Liberia here. So, if he can go and congratulate Nyatwa, it's just a mere joke. And I know that Nyatwa is a wise man. Politically, he will accept his welcoming, but he won't be dig down to understand it because I don't think my brother and I say on the issue about 2029 when it comes to politics, they go in without they will not really understand one another when it comes to that touch over that position. So Prince Johnson is just want to use that cajole and say he influence now. But we know that he not support now becoming the business president of Mr. for Nema County.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
What is
Yeah.
time?
How are you?
Yeah, good. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Jay Freeman. We are calling from Johnsonville.
Yeah.
You see what happened in Nimba County. Prince Johnson was only versed with the United Party. That's why he took that decision. Why you think he didn't go there to go up and down with Senkoga? He only did it because he had restriction with United Party for their work and co-business. But both Jeremiah, the vice president, they are all sons to Prince Johnson. He would like to work with them, more especially Nya. Because Nya had been so intelligent, even when he failed during the election, the 2023 election, he went to Prince Johnson and congratulated him in the house.
Okay,
he
Chief.
and the man sat down, they discussed.
Thank you.
Lentally.
Okay, thank you ever so much, Chief. Time is of the essence. We've got the news coming up at 6 o'clock, and this is how we go home on the show, Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia 104.1 Monrovia, Voice of Liberia 89.7 Kakatama Gibi County, and Voice of Liberia 90.7 as well as the online radio, www.voiceofliberiaradio.com. Joel?
Yeah, okay, so we want to say thanks to all of our regular listeners and followers who have been on the line since the start of this show. I have been Edwin Melvin Jua. Let's hope that we meet and talk tomorrow, God willing.
I'm Sam Andrews. Shalom.
4, 5, 6, I'm missing you. 7, 8, 9, I want